Good morning, good afternoon. I'm live, I'm late. I'm having technical difficulties again today, but I am here and I do apologize for that. There are some, I'm believing that, the combination of my phone and my iPad, my tablet and my laptop, all of them being Apple products, they were working together. And they were keeping me from getting on here with you live. I sincerely apologize for that. And so here I am in this the scenario and the setting. I'm trying to get readjusted because, as I say, this did not work out kind of the way I wanted it to. But here I am. It's better being late than never. And Brother Mark, I hope you get to join me. If not, I'm going to be able to move forward either way. It is amazing. It's always great to be here with you guys live on Fridays. I'm making some adjustments, and y'all just work with me this afternoon. Depending on where you are and where you're watching, we're going to get this together here quickly. Yes, we're changing glasses so I can see you clearly and much better. That's my brother. Oh, I'm so glad to see you, Brother Mark. Woo. This morning has been challenging for me, but as you can see, we're already posting the things that you need to know. I'm going to come back to that. Today's topic is going to be very interesting. I am working on some things, and what we're working on is really a benefit for each and every one of you. Today, we're talking about aligning your vision with funders and how faith and strategy turns uncertainty into success. And that's really what we're trying to do. That's a lot of words to say that we're saying here, but really we want to dive into strategies that align your vision with funders who share your passion and how to take your nonprofit, or if you're not a nonprofit yet, how do we get you from startup to sustainability? But how do we get you from uncertainty to unstoppable success? And so that's what we really want to get into as we look at my 5R fundraising framework. You're going to hear me talk about the webinar, the masterclass on December the 2nd. Officially, it was originally scheduled for this coming Monday, the 25th, but we moved it another week so that we can make sure we get the information out to you in the right manner, in the right way, so that you can join this masterclass. You can become a part of this class and learn, again, some of these strategies that will help turn your uncertainty into success. We want you as an individual or a nonprofit to become successful. And we have outlined for you some tools that we know that you can become successful, specifically using my 5 R's for successful fundraising, that framework that we have developed. And you can find that on my webpage. Again, we actually have it as the ebook. It is on the webpage, on the official website. I guess it's going to be a busy day, as you can hear. But it is on the official website right there on WePeedInc.com. You can go to the website. Not only can you download the ebook, you can also contact me so we can have one-on-one discussions about how to get your nonprofit successful, what strategies that you need and how we can help you get that. And we don't want you to delay. We don't want you to wait. We want you to get set up right now. Don't wait another day to transform your fundraising. Invest in your 5R Successful Fundraising ebook. Do it today. Click on the link below there. And if you can't click on it, write it out and get it so that you can get your 5R Successful Fundraising framework, ebook, the framework that I can tell you, if you follow these 5 steps, research, read, write, review, and build relationships, I tell you, and you can do so. On December the 2nd, we will have a masterclass, a webinar that we can walk you through these strategies. Not only these, but we have so many others that's going to connect you to what you want to do so that you can have the funders that you need, again, to help you become successful. I don't know about you. How many of y'all really want to become successful? And that's what the goal is to put you in a place where you can do so using these 5 R's. I'm going to break them down for you again. But again, December the 2nd, 12 noon, we're going to have a masterclass where and it's free. You can join that masterclass free. And for those of you all who actually have some things that you want to work out, maybe a grant you want to review or some question that you want to directly ask me to help your organization go to the next level, you can become a partner with us by going to the VIP section of that link. And we'll be posting that link again for you shortly, where you can again go now and register for the masterclass scheduled for 12 noon, December the 2nd. Again, we're going to go over some strategies that will help you become successful as a nonprofit. My avatar, my focus has always been on faith-based nonprofits, because so often we deal with issues like fundraising, or am I allowed to fundraise, or how do I keep it from what my church does and do it on my own? We want to show you how to actually separate church and state and to become successful doing that. There are things you can do, but most of us struggle with fundraising. How do we get the money we need for the programming? I was at a session yesterday, matter of fact, twice this in the last week, Sunday evening and again yesterday, where there's a collaboration of individuals right here in the Palm Bay, Melbourne area where I now live, and they're working together, looking at collaborating to build some strong, permanent goals here in this area. One is for a specific building project, and another one is for a collaboration of individuals to come together for economic development. But in doing so, we have to have the right strategies. We need organizational development in order for that to happen. And what I like to do is help assess your organization so that we can, that assessment of your vision and your mission, we can match that vision and mission with funders who want to fund that vision. And then that'll help you have a consistent cash flow. That's our goal as we are working to help you go from startup to sustainability, so that I can help you get your vision off of paper and onto the pavement. How about that? That's something that you really would like to see happen, because that's our goal with you, is to make sure that can happen. And so we want to make sure, again, you want to go to the Kingdom Fundraisers Masterclass. It's a webinar, and the link, we'll have that link available to you soon. If you don't see that link and how to do so, you DM me on my Facebook page. And there we know we can help find that. I'm looking for, there it is, the link tree. You can go to Linktree right there, linktr.ee/Pastor Willie. You can upload or download all of my links. There it is, my brother. There it is. You got it. I got it, my brother Mark, for the masterclass. I'm going to come back to that. Thank you for being so quick. Right here, you can Linktree. You can connect to all of my social media sites where you can DM me directly, whether it's on LinkedIn, Facebook, one of those sites where you can DM me directly with questions, and even maybe at the masterclass that we're going to be hosting here in December. December 2nd. You can go to the masterclass and we can answer some of your questions. I'll give you an example of questions that I get all the time. Individuals are looking for fundraising and grant writers and want my help and others' help. And they'll ask me the question, well, Pastor Willie, can we hire you, but can we write you into the grant? And the answer to that is, well, yeah, you can write me into the grant, but you got to realize that funders, they pay in reimbursements. So that means you're going to need to pay me first to get a receipt to give to the funder. And so many times individuals do not have the funds that they need in order to be able to do that. So how do we help you fundraise so that your organization can become successful even when you're short funded or short-handed? And there are ways to do so. There are organizations in your immediate area. Listen, in the last 30 days, right here at this nonprofit where I'm sitting at today, this organization has raised, maybe $30,000, $40,000 in the last 30, 40 days, just using the resources around them. some fundraising within the organization, some by connecting with banks and foundations and other organizations that are right here connected to them. And since I've been here in August, we've been able to show them how to tap into the resources that are right here by you. Many of them will fund your idea. Good example. One of the banks here in the area, we finished the application yesterday for $3,500 to help fund the Wealth and the Health Summit that's going to take place March 15th here in this area. $3,500 has already been allocated toward that goal. We're looking to get about $7,000 in order to bring this to pass. I already know 3,500 now. Why? Because we approached some funding, some individuals here who want, as I said, we matched the vision with funders who want to fund those visions. So what we did, we created a vision. We went to a banker who wants to fund something that this organization has a vision to do. And guess what? They got $3,500 off the bat. That's how you do it. And so that's what I want to help you do, is match your vision with funders who want to fund that vision. Why? So you can create a consistent cash flow. Now that Wealth and Health Summit they want to take place in March, we still have four and a half, 5 months to continue to work. I've got two other funders. I'm pretty sure it's going to be funded before the end of the year completely, so that they can move on and get what they've done. And so that's what when I talk about bringing your vision together so that we can find people that match what you want to do. It's not hard to do. But remember, that's my goal as your coach. Not so much to write the grant. These individuals had no problem paying me what it took to get there. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure you all do that. Hey, Brother Howard, shalom, my brother. Shalom to you. You see you and me and Mark and all of us on the same page here today. God bless you, man. I pray that procedure you had was successful. You know that. And I want to thank you and all of the other members of Team One who complimented as I was on Wednesday, what we call with the KBA or the Kingdom Builders Academy Power Up session, which is done by is generally hosted by the owner and founder, Sister Tammy Lowe, and her son Zach Lowe, who they usually do so, but I was on with Sister Raylene Johnson, and she is an awesome spirit. And I was on with a couple of other coaches. I was humbled because, I'm not a KBA coach, although I am a fundraising coach. And they had me on sharing some of the gratitudes and successes that I've had for the last year as a part of the Kingdom Builders fundraisers. And I'm grateful to that, because the work that I'm doing here is not for me. Yeah, there are some things in it I want to achieve, but if I can help you become the six-figure fundraiser that you want to be, and when I say six-figure fundraiser, I'm not talking about $100,000. I'm talking about 1 cent less than $1 million a year for your organization, working with an organization out of Chicago, and that's our goal. We've already done some great things. We are now putting together a project. I'm coaching them through this project. So that's $1 million plus. It's actually a $20 million project that they intend to do with the historical building, brand, and everything that they have there in Jacksonville, Florida. It's possible, y'all, to take your idea and to find the funding that you need. Also, let me give you this tidbit. Everyone on Facebook or social media is not a legitimate fundraiser or grant writer. There's a lot of people telling you how to find money and how to get this and how to get that. But I talked about that in the last couple of weeks. Look for a legitimate fundraiser. Listen, tap into my pages. Don't join. Let me see. Where is it at? Is that it? Yeah, it is. YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. There, you will find all of the links to these videos. These videos will coach you and help you. Now, I don't want to give it all away, but subscribing to my YouTube channel doesn't cost you anything but some time to do so. And there you get these tidbits of how to help your organization become successful. And these things, for example, how do you find a legitimate grant writer or fundraiser? The video, I believe that was 2 weeks ago. You can find that video that will help you find legitimate fundraisers or grant writers, because everybody that says they know what they're doing, they don't know what they're doing. They're trying to get your money in something else. And also know this. I have a client that said to me that signed up with me and said, after you find me some money, I will contract you. And they gave me, a stipend to help them do so. Now, what I did was I helped find them some money, sent them the information on how to do it. They didn't say they were hiring me to do it, to do the fundraising. They wanted me to help them find funders that would fund them. I did that. And I can do that for anybody. I can do that for anybody, and it really won't take long. But the question is, how can I help you, again, match that vision with that funder so that you can have a consistent cash flow? And it's going to take some work. So as your fundraising coach, as your grant writing coach, I want to teach you the skills that you need in order to do that. And so when I'm talking about having those strategies that you need, you'll find many of them right there in my book, The 5 R's to Successful Fundraising. First R is research. It's research, understanding who your ideal funders are, what they care about, and how they support others in the field that you're doing. So I tell everybody all the time when I talk about research, most funders at the end of every year, and they're getting ready to do that in 2024, they put out what's called an annual report. And in the annual report, they tell you who they funded throughout this last year. Then you can see if they gave money to people like you, with ideas like you, with a vision like you, with a mission like you. And guess what? If they give money to others that are like you, there's a good chance that they may be willing to give money to you. Now, there's processes like an RFP or a NOFA. RFP is a request for proposal. There's other ways that they say that. There's a NOFA. The letters are NOFA, Notice of Funding Available. So you want to find those things from organizations. Some of them just want you to write a simple letter to respond to their letter and write it out. And so when you research, you're going to research these people who have those ideas and want to fund organizations like that. Once you found them, that individual, now you want to read. Once you identify the funder, the next step is to read their guidelines and their reports carefully. If it's an RFP or a NOFA, read it carefully. If it's an annual report, read it carefully. Find out what they've already done, who they funded, how they funded, why they funded them. And then when you get that RFP, NOFA, a letter, then read it carefully. This ensures you align your goals with their priorities. Just as, we talk all the time, reading between the lines of what they're looking for can make all the difference in the world. Read it, read it, read it. Did I say read it? I usually tell people when I'm helping them, coaching them, and working with them, if you're in my one-on-one sessions or if you're doing a group session with me, and again, click on the link, join my webinar so that you can connect to my membership package. You can become one of us so I can help you go from startup to sustainability. I tell all of my clients, read, 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 read. I can never emphasize reading enough. Why? Because that is where you become successful, because now you know exactly what the funder is asking you to do. And again, that ensures you align your goals with their priorities. And then you're answering their question the way they want you to. So now you've read it, you can write it. You can customize your grant proposal that mirrors the funder's language, and that's critical. When you begin to match what they're asking for, I like to tell people, cut and paste. If they tell you to do something, do what they tell you to do. If they ask you for a specific thing, answer that specific thing. Write it the way they're asking for. And so in the ebook, 5 R's of successful fundraising, you get tips on how to write compelling narratives, huh? And we touch on using funders' terminologies that align with what they want, using their words for what they want. And I often talk about when we pray what Jesus said, because what Jesus said he will do, guess what? He will do. If a funder says they will do this and you write what they say they'll do, guess what? They'll more likely do it. Okay. Once you've written it, you want to review it. Come on, somebody. You want to read it again. You want to review it. You want to review your proposal for the alignment and the clarity of what the funder asks for. Huh? This ties into what we discuss on a regular basis. It helps show measurable outcomes that match a funder's goals, for example. We talk about a logic model. You can go again to YouTube, grab a logic model video, read about logic model. If you've created a logic model for your organization, taking your logic model and reading what a funder wants to fund is a lot easier because you've already mapped it out. Come on, somebody. I was at a seminar or a program on this past Sunday evening, and the gentleman that was here talking to that organization, I wrote it on my paper, organizational mapping. So often we don't map out our organization. That's what a logic model does. But we also don't do community mapping. Find out what resources are around us that we either can work together with, or we can now answer that need. The 5th R in my book, again, I already said, you want to make sure that you research, you read, write, then review. Now relationship. We talked about reviewing what you wrote so you can again align your writing and make it clear to the funder. But the last thing I talk about is relationship. Building relationships is the final R, and probably the most critical. Why? Because even after you've written a grant, you want to build relationships with those funders. Watch this. Even if the funder denied you, you still want to connect with that funder. First of all, you want to find out what you did wrong and what you can do better next time. But if the funder funds you, now you have activities going forth. Good example is, again, the bank that's going to fund what we want to do March 15th. That bank has been invited to have a keynote person to talk. They have been invited to have a banner on the wall. They've been invited to have a table where they can display their goods. They're being a part of this event that they're funding. That's what you want to make sure you do, even if it's a small event where you're doing a community event and you're trying to help draw people, feed them or whatever. Invite your funder or potential funder to be a part of that. Why? Because it gets them to see what you're doing, the activities you're actually doing, and the way you're spending the money you're requesting. Now they can put their stamp of approval on that. That's why you want to make sure you're doing that. So I want to make sure that you get my ebook, 5 R's of Successful Fundraising. And if you join this webinar on the 2nd, we will make you'll have an opportunity to not only get that ebook, but you'll have an opportunity to get my course, 5 R's for Successful Fundraising course. Yes, we have a course that can help walk you through all of this. Not only you'll have the book, but you'll have the guide and all of these other ways to do so. So which one of these 5 R's do you think is more important to you? Which one do you think that's going to help you? Write me, DM me, send me a link to let me know which ones work best for you. Which of these 5 R's do you think is most challenging to you? And again, drop me a message. I love to hear from you. I like to know what I can do to best help you. And you can grab a copy of my 5 R's of Successful Fundraising ebook on my website. Again, you can see that right here. And you want to make sure you get that. Oh, I've got a lot of nice comments here today, y'all. Listen here. This looks good to me. Now, let me give you this site again to get this ebook. Not to join. You want to get that ebook. It's on there. And mark, there you go. You want to go here. I apologize. The www.wepeatinc.com. And then scroll through my website and find the ebook. And then when you find the one that's difficult, you want more questions, DM me, send me a link. You can contact me there on the same website. We can talk together and make sure I can help you go from startup to sustainability. Is that all right? Get your ebook right there today. And then do not forget, December 2nd, 12 noon, Kingdom Fundraisers Masterclass. I'm going to help you with the strategies that you need to go from startup to sustainability, get your vision on paper, onto the pavement, and to become the successful fundraiser, grant writer that you can be. Now, I know some of you all say, well, I don't want to write grants. I want to find somebody else. We can teach you how to do that also. Also, we're going to show you, many of you, how to find legitimate fundraisers or grant writers and how you can afford that person. Hello? So if you don't want to learn the system, but I'll tell you this first. Even if you're looking for fundraisers or looking for grant writers, watch this. You want to know what to look for. Yes, I got quiet because I want you to think about that. If you don't want to learn how to do it yourself, let me coach you on how to get what you're looking for so that you know the person that you bring on board, company that you bring on board, will be able to be successful for you. Is that all right? One of the things I started, and I want to close with this. When I began this, it was to help people become sustainable. Startup to sustainability. I want to be your sustainability coach, your fundraising, grant writing coach. Click on that link again below. Join that webinar. I'll see you again this time next week. God bless you, and you have a wonderful week.